Hello, Josh Monin here with Insurance Funnels. So welcome to today's video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use a specific type of Facebook ad to generate leads for your insurance agency. Now, I know likes and comments and traffic to the website, that's all good stuff. But what if you could use Facebook just to get right to the point and generate an insurance quote request right there on Facebook? So the person doesn't even have to leave Facebook. They can just raise their hand and say, yes, I would like a quote. Please call me. That would be great, right? Kind of just getting to the point. I know there's a lot of complicated, Facebook ad strategies out there, and there's nothing wrong with getting more likes and engagements and stuff like that. But how many of you just want more leads, right? I mean, leads pay the bills. Likes and comments and stuff like that don't pay the bills. So let's go ahead and I want to show you what I'm talking about here and how you can create one of these ads right now. So what you're looking at is a Facebook lead ad. So if you've ever been on Facebook and you've seen something that says get quote or download, and then you click on that button and then you are brought to a form right there on Facebook, that's called a Facebook lead ad. And the reason this is so effective and why we recommend it over all the other campaign objectives, if you're just trying to generate leads in your local area, is because people don't have to leave Facebook to request the quote. They can do it right there on Facebook. Because if you use the other type of campaign objective like clicks to website, then you have to make sure your landing page and your website is optimized to convert. Otherwise, you're going to get a bunch of traffic from Facebook and very little conversions. Maybe you guys have experienced that. So let me show you some results of a Facebook lead ad campaign we're running for another agent, so you can see what we're talking about. So here's a campaign where we've got 232 leads, and this agent is paid $8.85 per lead. And these are final expense life insurance leads. And I do know the going rate, if you were to just go buy these leads from lead brokers, you probably pay $30 to $35 per lead, and who knows how good they are. Now he's paying less than $9 per lead. And you can use this, it's not just for final expense, you can use this for any other type of insurance lead that you're going after. I do know it works better if you're targeting personal lines. You can still do it with commercial lines, but it's really more suited to personal lines. So let me show you how to set this up exactly. So step one, you want to go to Power Editor. Go to your Power Editor screen and click Create Campaign. So we're going to, go to the Account Overview, Campaigns view actually, okay. And then click Create Campaign. And now name your campaign. And I'm just going to call mine Test Campaign. Call yours whatever you want, just something that makes sense to you. And then down here, you can skip auction, just leave that the way it is. But where it says traffic, you want to select lead generation. And that will allow us to create one of these lead ads. Don't click traffic or page likes or anything like that. Our objective is to generate leads, so click lead generation. And then for your page, select your page. And then for your ad set name, you can just copy the campaign name, use the same one there. And same thing with the ad name. Go ahead and just use the same one. And then hit Save to Draft. Okay, then you're going to see a screen like this. It's just this campaign overview details. You can set a spending limit here. It's optional. You don't have to, but you can just put in $100 or $500, whatever you want to do, and then hit Review Draft Items. Now the next thing you want to do is click on Ad Set. So you're going to go to your ad set and you're going to edit the ad set in there. I'm going to pull up one we've already created. Otherwise this video would be really long. So here's an ad set that we created for a Facebook lead ad campaign. So we named this Georgia Parents Over the Age of 55. And we know what that means. If you're targeting a different type of audience, just put something in there so you know what type of audience you're targeting. And then select your page. This is your daily budget where you can adjust that. But let's go down here, and this is where you can adjust, when the campaign starts and when it ends. And now let's get into the audience. So this is where the magic happens on Facebook, because Facebook allows you to drill down and get ultra specific regarding who you're targeting. And if you get this wrong, this campaign will not work for you. So you really need to pay attention. You need to get clear about who you're targeting. I mean, it's just advertising 101, marketing 101. Start with your audience, know your audience. The better that you know your audience, the more targeted you can get your ads. So don't just target your whole state and run this. I mean, think this through a little bit. So what we were selling was final expense life insurance, right? So we were targeting people in Georgia. That's where my client is licensed, and we wanted to target people over the age of 55. So we had 55 and above. And then gender, it didn't matter if they were men or women, so we left that all. And then we wanted to target people who were parents, right? Because we're thinking, hey, it says life insurance. Who requests a quote on final expense and burial insurance is people who are thinking, man, I don't want to be a burden to my loved ones when I pass away, and they probably don't have, a lot of money. So we knew parents was one of the targeting criteria. So we chose parents. And then for this particular audience, we also chose widows. So people who had indicated they were widowed in their relationship status in Facebook. We chose that. And we can get more detailed here, like on some of our campaigns, we were targeting people with a certain income level. We actually didn't want people who were high income earners. We wanted the opposite, because we know with final expense, it's usually people who make less money. Otherwise, they are not going to worry about, a $15,000 funeral or $20,000. They have other means to pay for that. So we know it's also people within a certain income bracket. So that's something you can add in here too. And again, modify this based on who you're targeting. Are you trying to go after auto leads or homeowners or umbrella, or if it's a commercial line, certain industries? So just get very clear about who you're targeting. And then you want to get down here and where it says automatic placements or edit placements, you'll see we have edit placements, but we're more advanced marketers. For most insurance agents, you're going to do better with automatic placements. Unless you are really an advanced marketer and you know what you're doing, just choose automatic placement, and then Facebook will place the ad where they think it'll perform best. Now remember, they have a vested interest in your ads doing well too, because they know if you get leads, you're going to become a recurring customer. So they're going to do their best to place the ads where they think it's relevant. So don't do edit placements unless you're more advanced. And then bid amount, you can do automatic or manual. We're just going to leave this at automatic. And then click review draft items. And then after this, you'll go to the actual ad. So that was the ad set we just edited. Then you want to go to the actual ads. And so when you go into ad, you want to hit edit. And I'm going to pull up one that we've already created. Again, for the sake of time, it'll be easy for me just to show you one that we've already created here. So now we're looking at the actual screen to edit and create the ad. So you want to name your ad or edit the name here, and make sure your page is chosen. Now down here, this is where you choose if you want to run an image ad or if you want to run a video ad. Or you can also do slideshows, but really the decision is, do you want to use an image, a static image, or a video? And I highly recommend using a video. We've tested this, and Facebook video ads significantly outperform image ads. And that's why this client was able to get those leads at less than $9 a pop, because we had a very well-crafted video that spoke to people who were between the ages of 55 and 80. If you can see the little thumbnail right here, it says, hey, if you live in Georgia and you're between the ages of 55 and 80, so we're calling out to our audience right here. It's a simple video. It wasn't high production. We just used slides in Keynote, and then we used screen capture software to create the video. So you don't need to make this more complicated than it needs to be. So highly recommend video, but if you really want to, you can learn the hard way and do image ads. So select video, and then right here you would upload the video. So select it from your hard drive, upload the video, and then down here is where you get into the copy. So this is the text. And as you can see here, when you modify it here, it changes it over here. So if you, see it's changing it real time. So I just deleted that colon, and then over here it's going to mock up a different ad without the colon. So you see that went away. So whatever you put right here, you'll see what it'll actually look like in real time to the right. And so I'm not going to get into copywriting right here, but of course the copy is important, and you want to test out different ads with different copy. So test out different headlines, test out different text. You can test out different cover images, for the video, but do test the different copy. So fill out the text, the headline, again, put the headline in here. The headline says get free quote on burial insurance now. It's a little bit tricky because the headline actually goes below the video. Most of the time you're used to the headline being above it, but the text actually goes up top, and then the video, and then the headline down here. And then news feed link description, you want to put that in there. Ours says no exams, lifetime coverage, plans as low as $1 a day. So, different features and benefits about the product that you're selling. And then the call to action, you want to have get a quote. So Facebook offers not a lot of options, but one of them, thankfully, is get a quote. So all the insurance agents are happy about that, right? So you can have apply now, download, get quote, show times, learn more, blah, blah, blah. But for you guys, you want to choose get quote. All right, and that will change this button right here. Now, you also have, I'm going to come back to lead form here in a second, but you also have the ability to insert a tracking link. If you are using tracking links, also known as UTM codes, this is where you would insert that. If you're not using tracking links and you're doing a lot of online marketing, I strongly encourage you to start using them. I have a whole ebook that teaches you how to use tracking links, and what this allows you to do is to look at where your results are coming from online. So if you want to know your ROI from online marketing, you need to use tracking links. This will get good data into your Google Analytics. So anyway, my sermon there is done, but just put your tracking link there. And then let's go back up to the lead form. So this is where we adjust what information we want to collect from the person. So you hit create lead form. And again, I'm going to go to one that we've already created for the sake of time. So you'll see a page that looks like this. And you can put your headline in here. We say get free quote on burial insurance now. And you see over here to the right, that's where the headline pops up. Image, you can just use the same image from your ad, or if you want your form to have its own image, that's fine. You can upload an image. We just use the same one from the ad, so you see it appear there up the top. And then layout, you can do bullet points or paragraph. We chose paragraph, whoops. And then this is where that content appears there in the paragraph. Okay, so that's all the kind of the creative for the lead form. Let's minimize that. Now let's get into the questions that you ask. So when they go to the next screen, they'll see something like this, and you decide what questions and what information you want to collect. So there's some kind of predetermined information here from Facebook, and you can just put a check next to what you want to collect. So if you want email, first name, if you need street address, state, city. When we first started running this particular campaign, we weren't asking for the address, and so we were actually getting leads for a little bit less. But then my client actually wanted the address, and I said, you're gonna get less conversions, and he was okay with that. He wanted a higher quality lead, and so we started asking for address, and so the lead cost per lead went up slightly, but he was getting better quality leads. So you decide what information you want to collect. But just remember, as a rule of thumb, the more information you ask for, the lower your conversion rate is going to be, but that could potentially get you better qualified leads. So just think that through. And then if you want to ask custom questions, Facebook allows you to do that. I believe you can only have 2 of these, 2 or 3. They're always changing things, so it's hard to keep up with that. But last time I checked, I think it was 2 or 3 custom questions you can add in here. So decide what information you want to collect, and then privacy policy. Let's go down here. You need to put a link to your privacy policy. It's just a kind of a legal thing here, and then the thank you screen is the last thing. So you can adjust the headline for the thank you screen. The description goes right below it. That's where you adjust it right here. And then the button right here, you can say download or view website. Not a lot of options. So put view website, and then put a link to your website right here, and then you're done. So that's basically it. Then after this, you want to review, proof, and publish it, and place your order, and you can start running those ads.